We start replacing those kids. Ladies, get busy! We're gonna be late tonight tonight.
Ladies, get busy!
We start replacing those kids. Ladies, get busy! We're gonna be late tonight tonight.
Ladies,
My in-laws trash-talked me in Mandarin at every dinner. At my wedding, I gave my wedding speech in perfect Mandarin. The first time I met May's parents from...
you can do this to your wrist.
Friends and regret. Woo! Just started, bro. Immediate reader? Get the combo. Give it. Fuck! Fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Nope, I'm restarting. Alright, Cleanse and repent. We got this. Nice, I got 2 souls. Yes. Damn it! Damn it!
My in-laws trash-talked me in Mandarin at every dinner. At my wedding, I gave my wedding speech in perfect Mandarin. The first time I met May's parents, her mother looked me up and down and said something in Mandarin that made her father laugh into his teeth. May squeezed my hand under the table and smiled at me warmly before responding to her mother in English. She said how happy she was that I could finally meet them. Her mother's smile didn't reach her eyes when she switched to English. She told me it was lovely to meet me. I've been learning Mandarin for 6 years at that point, ever since my freshman year of college when I'd taken it into lessons and fallen in love with the language. My professor had been from Beijing and she drilled tones into us until we could hear the difference between mom and mom. But when they asked me on my second date if I spoke any other languages, I panicked and said with English and some high school Spanish. I don't know why I lied. Maybe I wanted to seem less threatening to her traditional parents. Maybe I thought it was easy. That lie became the foundation of everything. May's mother became the win. Served dinner and tried with what was having the table, so there were barely room for us. Autumn became the way. Forced me to invite me and spoke with decades of practice. They asked me polite questions about my job in software development and my family in Ohio. I answered carefully, trying to make a good impression. Occasional comments from the parents that they made in Mandarin. At one point, Lynn said something longer in Mandarin while looking at my shirt. May laughed and told me her mother liked my tie, but I'd understood what Lynn actually said. She commented that I looked like I'd gotten dressed in the dark and asked Wei if all American men had such terrible taste. I kept my expression neutral and thanked her for the compliment. Wei responded in Mandarin that at least I wasn't fat like May's last boyfriend. I smiled and took another bite of the excellent dumpling. The dinner continued for 2 hours with this pattern repeating. They continued indirectly, then switched to Mandarin to say what they were. Lynn commented that my handshake was Wei said I probably couldn't survive software developer salary. I wondered aloud if I was capable of giving them grace, or if I was one of those career-focused Americans who didn't value them. Each time, May would translate something completely different, usually a compliment or a neutral observation. I watched her face as she laughed, saw the slight tightening around her eyes that told me she was uncomfortable, but committed to keeping the peace. After dinner, we drove back to her apartment in silence until she finally asked what I thought of her parents. I told her they seemed nice and traditional. She relaxed visibly and said they'd like me too. I didn't tell her I'd understood every insult. I should have come clean right then. Should have told her I spoke Mandarin and asked why she was translating lies.
Oh, that
But
was
I
an
curious about what
arena.
else they'd said. I couldn't understand, and maybe part of me wanted to see if May would eventually stand up to them on my behalf. So I let the lie continue and started attending family dinners every Sunday. Each week brought new insults delivered in rapid Mandarin while May smiled and translated pleasant fiction. Lynn said I walked like a penguin. Wei said
Speedrunner.